Malaria is the leading cause of morbidity and mortality in Uganda, especially in children under 5 years. Malaria, a mosquito-borne disease caused by a parasite, has been historically a very serious health problem in Uganda. The common signs and symptoms of simple malaria are fever, headache, joint pains, muscle ache, sweating, vomiting, and loss of appetite. Government has put several measures to address this second killer disease in Uganda. As such, providing mosquito nets and distributing them for free, stocking the national medical stores with various of drugs administered during treatment, and the latest, investing into research about Artemisia annua herb that can prevent malaria by pharmacist and pharmacologist Patrick Okang.
Began in 2006. I began my first experiments. I conducted them in 2 districts. That was in Entebbe, Wagagai, and then the second site was Finlay's Tea Estate in Fort Koto. At that time, I conducted experiment on about 150 people, and I found that people who took Artemisia then were 80% less likely to go to hospital because of malaria or related fevers. Artemisia powder, which we get from this plant here, which people use in its raw form. This one can be used to treat malaria and also prevent malaria.
So in 2003, people started taking Artemisia. From 2003, we have been giving out people liquor, not for researching, but giving up anyone. In 2007, Dr. Patrick came up with the idea of doing research.
Artemisia annua is a plant that contains artemisinin. This plant matures after 3 months. It is cut, dried and ground, and its powder becomes the tea mixed with hot water.
After 3 weeks, the plant will have dried, and then from here, we take it inside for harvesting the leaves, the flowers, and the stems, which we then pack in bags for storage and eventually taken for making the drug out of it.
Wagagai Flower Farm in Kasenyi has over 2,000 workers, and for them, they testify that with Artemisia tea, they have chased malaria and any related fever, worms, and pains.
You feel like coldness, what I was not, no, I was feeling bad, but nowadays I'm okay. I was been taking this drug, and I like it. Every Thursday he was giving every Thursday.
I was working, and all my time I was being disturbed with malaria and all that. But even after realizing that I've left town to come and work in the village, I expected a lot of mosquito and of course suffering more of malaria. But when I found such a program, every Wednesday we'll take the 500 meals. And I want to tell you, I've worked from this place from 2009 up to date. I've never tested any anti-malarial drug. I've never suffered from malaria. I'm speaking this from the bottom of my heart.
Taking this powder, I've never gone to the hospital because of yellow fever.
Dr. Patrick Kabale of Wagagai Health Center 4 says Artemisia tea contains a special substance that would stop malaria parasites from weakening antibodies.
You know, herbs research is an interesting topic. I will say this. When you look at the way malaria is spread, people who have researched on this herb say there's a type of cells in the body called monocytes. So they have said that when you take Artemisia, you improve on your white blood cell count. And there's a particular type of cells called the monocytes. They're involved in, I'll use simple terms, engulfing or engulfing is like, I would say, hugging the malaria parasite and then you kill it.
But when I asked these people what they think of the fears by the World Health Organization that they might develop resistance, so won't approve, they laughed at them.
It's like prevention. It's better than cure. So it's better to prevent yourself than curing it.
Then why should the World Health Organization, people who are seated somewhere there in the offices, maybe they are not even taking this up. And I mean, the people in the World Health Organization, or the agents, maybe they take even 6 months without being bitten by a mosquito. You see, it's me, Emma, who sleeps in Kasenyi, who sleeps in Entebbe Baita, in Nkumba, in a bush area, who suffers the mosquito bite. And I'm down to get the consequences.
The World Health Organization, I know they are the big guys up there, but what I can suggest is for Uganda, we are developing. I mean, it is a burden. When you look at our budgets for the health, I really say give us a try. Let Uganda be a try. I mean, it's like a pilot country. Let us try it out. Give us a chance. Just give us the little. It is just a plant that we can grow. Then we try it out with the rest of the people. The people who have used this here in Wagagai, frankly speaking, they have a testimony.
Patrick Ogwang, a researcher, has improved Artemisia tea by mixing it with avocado and lemongrass. The modified product is called Artavol.
And in that product, we solved one major problem. You know, World Health Organization has great fear that if we use this tea the way it is, it may cause resistance. So the science we did was to remove the part which can cause resistance. So the Artavol tea, which now is available in pharmacies, cannot cause resistance, yet it still prevents malaria and solves many other problems.
At the National Council of Science and Technology, an employee, Farida, says treatment for malaria per one person couldn't go below 30,000. Yet, her family in a year could suffer from malaria 4 to 5 times, which changed when she and her family started taking Artavol. This Artavol can be taken by children, which is not the case with Artemisia tea.
Her and my husband, we used to be like every after 2 weeks hospital, malaria. But ever since we started taking it, she has been to hospital once in 2 years, and even my husband once for malaria. And for my kids, it's only this one who takes it. I put on eucalyptus for her because of the bitter taste, and this one doesn't take it because it's bitter. And she has been with malaria where in a year I think we've been there once. Then we just moved to this house this year in January. When we came here, we didn't have mosquito nets, but we were just safe with Artavol.
Government believes that health is wealth and so is doing all it can despite failures to eliminate malaria completely. But why is malaria still the leading cause of morbidity and mortality in Uganda when it can be prevented by individuals? Therefore, it would be a wise decision for every Ugandan to either take Artemisia annua, which tree can grow anywhere, or at least buy a tin of Artavol at 10,000 or 5,000, which can be used for more than 2 months, which saves from huge costs of malaria treatment, which does not go below 15,000 per treatment.